Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and back from the hospital, same day, and not really a whole hell of a lot any better for the journey, making the trip. Um, if you caught my previous health slash channel update video, I mentioned how I've been dealing with a staph infection in my back for around 10 months, on again, off again, and give or take a week or two. Um, and, primarily I was really in desperate need of, antibiotics to help fight that off, stave that off, whatever you want to say. And so I was able to come away from the hospital trip with a prescription for antibiotics, which will hopefully help me immensely. But apart from that, the other issues that led me to the hospital in the first place, the abdominal pain that I mentioned, things of that sort, dehydration, a couple occasions, not to be too nasty, but blood in the urine and everything. Most of this stuff was completely eschewed because some of the tests they took a CAT scan of my abdomen and did not find kidney stones or anything like that. And it seemed like they were quick to want to get me out the door again, because it just seemed to them, I think, that I was just complaining of pain, even though I do have a wound that is currently open in my back, the staph infection, and sometimes fluid leaks out and things of that sort. They cultured it and said they didn't find anything. For all the tests they did, they said they didn't find anything. Now, I had a health scare going back to 2014 where I was at the same hospital and they also found nothing and kind of sort of sent me packing. And I always had to call it into question because my insurance situation, health insurance situation, has always been wonky. And at the moment, as I was in 2014, the last time I was at this hospital, I was between insurance coverages, if you will. And it struck me that, once the testing was done, they wanted to limit as much as possible whatever testing they might be able to do, rule things out, and send me packing. Hand me a couple of scripts, one for antibiotics, one for painkillers, and just to add insult to injury, I had to remind them upwards of 3 times that I have had allergic or bad reactions to acetaminophen, the painkiller substance you find in like Tylenol. And when I've been given that in the hospital going back many years ago due to hypertension and high blood pressure, I've had spikes in blood pressure and swelling and things of that sort, and so can't take it. And the painkiller prescription they give me is full of it. Now, this says to me, people are not paying attention because fuck him, get him out the door. He doesn't have insurance. He's not going to afford his stay. We're wasting money doing the tests on him. Sad sack of shit, get him out. Not before, I should add, trying to sidle me up with the local, if you do not earn an income, health clinic. And get the documents to that effect, sign them, yes, I'll go, I'll pursue this, yada, yada, yada. Because every other which way we could go but loose is not going to work. And so I just, with the exception of the very necessary, very much needed antibiotics, which thankfully are free over the counter at our local, in the state I live in, Publix supermarket stores. You can get it free. Were it not for that, this day would have been a complete and utter loss, health-wise, and trying to get better-wise. I still have the abdominal pain. Again, they took urine samples, said they did not find anything, no UTI, no kidney stones, I think that's all bullshit. I don't think they were necessarily, shooting straight with me on that. Had a CAT scan of my abdomen done to confirm no kidney stones, things of that sort. Again, they said they didn't find anything. Well, I'm sitting there in pain, and, I hear the witches brew out in, because I'm in the emergency area. I'm in like a room with a glass door and a shade over it. The women out at the counter, the nurses, whatever like that, the crew, I hear them bitching about a woman who'd just been arrested recently for coming in constantly for painkillers, trying to be fraudulent. And I'm like, don't even lump me in that quotient. Somebody who hasn't even been to a hospital in 3 years and 10 years before that. I am very begrudging when it comes to going to hospitals, doctors, and any of that stuff, whether because I'm in between insurance coverages or because I am literally petrified to go anywhere near anything like that. Like, unless I am in dire straits, pain-wise, or actually fearful of something bad befalling me health-wise, as was the last time I went to this hospital in 2014, you're not getting me anywhere near places like that. So I don't know what bug crawled up their asses. All I do know is the pain continues. Useless prescription for painkillers because it's got shit in it that could potentially harm me worse or kill me. And the only benefit was antibiotics. Which I also footnote, if you look at the fine print, depending on what kind of staph infection this is, may be entirely useless as well. It could be a resistant strain of staph infection. And I will only have to find this out if I get a call from them. But being that they sidled me out the door with all the information, the documentation for the local health clinic, where you don't have to have money or insurance, they'll try to help you set those things up, whatever payment plans and things of that sort. You're pretty much, I feel like entirely rendered useless. Like, what the hell did I even bother going for? I'm no better coming out the way I went in, except for the antibiotics that may not even work. And I'll just have to find out. So I don't know. Personal health vlog, all of that shit, whatever like that. As soon as I'm feeling up to it, I'm going to get back to the anime reviews because I don't know what else to fucking do with myself. And just have the constant support of my sis and all of you cats and kitties out there who well-wished and everything like that. I greatly appreciate it because I'll tell you what, man. You're about all the people in the world who give one fucking shit about this guy. And I couldn't tell you how much more in the world that I appreciate anyone who gives even remotely any care or concern for me, my sis, whatever, like that. You're all my friends. You're all my compatriots. Anytime you comment, we're just bros chatting or friends chatting, whatever it is. Whether you're boy, girl, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. We're all on the same page. We're all on the same level. And I love shooting the shit with you guys. And a lot of you guys asked me to keep you updated, so I just wanted to post this just off the cuff, not even like in my bedroom. I'm just sitting out in my living room stewing after a horrendous ride home on a like transport van that had these rickety seats, and I've already got spinal issues to top everything off. I should qualify for disability. That's a whole other shitstorm that I'm not going to get into right now because I haven't been found clinically by their parameters to qualify. Even though I damn well should, and I was crying when I got home because I thought I was surely after that ride going to end up paralyzed. If you think of beads on a string and you violently tug the string and all those beads are junting back and forth up against each other, that's basically how my spine felt the entire ride home. And so, yeah, still here for an indeterminate amount of time, hopefully not going anywhere. Hopefully things will find a way to work themselves out and I won't have to be shut out of luck for too long. But again, many, many thanks for the kind words, the support, the well wishes. I guess we'll see whatever's going to happen next. Catch y'all later. Peace.